All right, 4:30 Tuesday afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm 10 Tampa Bay Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins.
And I'm 10 Tampa Bay Meteorologist James Gregorio.
And this is Weather Impact Live, and we've got that big snow. Well, I can't even call it a snowstorm. Let's call it a winter storm.
Winter storm, yeah. It's got a little bit of everything.
It's going to might have a lot of everything.
And the kitchen sink.
Yeah, throw the kitchen sink in there, too, is absolutely right. Let's start. Let me set the stage here. Our big story here is going to be, for us here locally, actually warming up. And we're talking, 70s tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mid to upper 70s by the end of the week into the weekend. And then our next cool down comes on Sunday. So that's fantastic news for us.
The irony. We're actually warming up and getting nicer while the beast is unleashing in the east.
Yeah, and what he's talking about is you can see this colder air coming down Thursday. All right, and so on the leading edge of this, if we can go over to the computer.
The maps.
Maybe not. All right.
Hot punch. Wow.
So basically,
we're
going to have some cool weather out there. This is weather
yes.
2, I guess. I don't know.
Are we on Max 1? We should be on Max 1, right? Are you on 1 or 2?
I'm on 1.
Yeah. There we go.
There we go. So the cool weather is sitting here, but what you're going to notice, and let me back this up again because I thought it was up there. See it diving down across the northern plains? That is where we're seeing the difference between the warm in the south and the cold air coming in from the north. So that was Friday. This is Saturday. And along this line here, that's where the storm system is. There's going to be a low developing out here near Oklahoma and Texas. And that's going to ride off towards the east. All right? So what that does is lower levels and upper levels, it's got this warm moisture coming in from the south. But at the very bottom, there's cold air coming in underneath of it. So in the areas up here to the north, say northern Tennessee, North Carolina, D.C., Virginia, those areas, pretty decent chance we're going to get snow out of this.
Significant snow, yeah.
And then along the southern side of all of that, we're looking at a pretty big chance for some ice out there. All right, and so that's going to be the thing. But notice Florida.
Yeah,
I mean, this
we look
is
great. We stay in the warm air.
Through Sunday, we're still in it. And then it looks like now the front may not get here until late on Monday. Rain chances dropping on Sunday and then coming back Monday with the front. But then look behind it. I mean, that was basically all of next week. We will cool right back down.
Yeah, I mean, cool is relative for us compared to like minus 15 in international falls,
right? Exactly.
Right? So we'll be in the 60s, which, after this weekend we might be lamenting about, but certainly about as good as it gets for a quote-unquote cool down.
Right.
Yeah.
So mid 70s this week, mid to upper 70s the rest of the week, and then we're talking mid 60s next week. But here's the storm. Now, this is just one view of it, late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. You can see the snow in blue, the ice in the pink here, and then obviously a cold rain down in the south. Now, I got to tell you, this has thinned a little bit. This is a European model. But it's rare to see this much ice forecast. That's a very, very large area. In reality, I don't think we will see, we may see that at times in this area, but I think the harder hit areas, I really think Atlanta is going to be one of them. I think they're going to get nailed with some heavy ice.
I think so, too.
And then you get down in northern Mississippi and Alabama, and then get over in Arkansas. Even Dallas could have some, but I think there's going to be a smaller strip in there in that
it
pink
won't be
area.
quite as wide. Right.
That's really going to get it, though. Okay, so let's go back up here. This is the European model. We'll start from the beginning. So watch this. This is as we get into Wednesday afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock. That is not the system. You see some snow up there, western Pennsylvania, parts of Ohio. It's moving into New York. It's all rain down south, okay? That's not the system. But watch Friday morning.
Let's, I think, blow up over East Texas.
Into the afternoon.
Into Oklahoma.
Right. So that is the beginning of it right here. All right? They already have winter storm watches out
I'm sure they
for
do.
this area right here. So that's going to be a Thursday night, Friday thing for them, okay? Now watch what happens Friday evening. It starts moving off to the east.
Look at that thing just blow up and spread out. I mean, it's like...
The low develops, it pulls in more moisture. The cold air is pushing. Remember, the cold air is pushing up against this as well.
Right, so you got the cold air coming down from the north, and you have the subtropical jet and the juicy, warmer air coming up from the south, and that thing is just blossoming.
You get something called baroclinic development, which is basically the difference in the temperatures there. And that's what's going to be happening as we get through Friday night and the Saturday. That's the reason why the storm goes from this to this in 24 hours. I mean, still snowing on the backside where it started in East Oklahoma there.
Right. And ice, too, through a good chunk. There's more snow and ice in Texas than there is rain.
So that is a look as you get into Sunday. So it's going to be especially a Saturday and Sunday event for Mississippi, Tennessee, Northern Alabama, Northern Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, even D.C. I mean, D.C. is going to get all snow.
Oh, totally.
Probably a
Foot of
dry snow.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the best for making.
No, and that's the thing too. So when we're thinking about snow and snowfall forecasting, we're trying to find how much QPF, how much liquid, right? So usually the general equation is if it's an inch worth of liquid, it would be a foot of snow, right around that.
About
if it's 10 to 1,
10 to 1.
12 to 1, somewhere in there. I think it's so cold in many locations, these ratios are going to be more like 15 or 17 to 1.
But that's the northern side.
Yes.
And that's where snow's fine. Snow is not, may not be fun for getting around, but it's a whole lot easier than ice.
And much safer than ice.
Yeah, much safer than ice. So that's going to be the problem. And then Sunday night into Monday morning, that's 7 a.m. Monday morning, things are clearing out. All right, here is a look at the GFS model. It is further to the south with everything. All right, it's got ice way down here. By the way, here's Tampa. The closest it gets is about 250 miles. I think it's actually probably going to be something like 350 to 400, somewhere up there. So this is not Tampa's storm. This is not even a Florida storm for that matter, really, for the most part. But just getting up into Georgia and South Carolina, they are going to have an issue. Now, this, again, is a GFS model. Remember, the European had this ice up here, and really Atlanta was kind of the center of it, right? This one has the center maybe towards, Valdosta, maybe not that far, but Macon.
Right. And I think, I know the reason for that. I think it's that blocking high to the south, which is GFS is saying there's a stronger high pressure system.
To the south or the north?
To the north, rather. Blocking high to the north, that's pushing this further to the south.
That's the cold air.
That's the cold air. But also the air is so cold, it's eroding sort of the leading edges of that a little bit and helping to suppress it, where the European model is saying, I don't think the high is A, that strong, and B, I don't think it's in that same location. So it's allowing the precip shield, whether it be snow or ice, to move a little further northward and just kind of, but regardless of the model, their snow bands, ice bands, and rain bands are still super formidable and of about the same size. They're just in different spots.
Where is it?
And
so everybody wants to know, what's it going to be? Hey, I got a bunch of friends in eastern North Carolina. We're going to get rain and snow. Well, you know what? We don't know.
Right.
We don't know. I mean, that is something that really within a day or two we're starting to really figure out. And even then, you're not going to know until day of. But what we're trying to show you here this far in advance is the trends. These numbers are going to change. But if you've been watching us the last couple of days, you've seen we're showing you the same run, or the same model, I should say, for the afternoon. And this 18 to 20 inch range hasn't changed much.
No, it's been pretty consistent. In fact, or maybe earlier this morning, Roanoke was like 20.7. So we're talking about less than a foot deviation from run to run, and still putting one of the bullseyes in Roanoke, in Memphis, in Nashville. That hasn't changed much.
No.
So that's one of the things we look for. We look for that run-to-run consistency. And if we got a bad run in there where it was totally opposite or contrary to the previous runs, we would just chalk it up like that's a bad run.
Not a big deal.
We're not going to buy into that.
So watch this. That is the snowfall that we're showing you right there. I'm going to hit a button here, and you're going to see the ice pop on here. And that is the problem. Those numbers in dark purple right there, 1.1 in Madison, Atlanta 2.1. Those are inches of freezing rain. Ice accumulation is what that number is. Now, some of that will have some sleet mixed in, maybe a little bit of snow at times, but most of that is representative of a major crippling ice storm. All right? Again, as we were saying before, I just don't think that it's this big. I mean, you're not going to get that much of an area with all that ice, but you're going to get a spot somewhere in here.
Yep.
It's probably going to be narrow, and I think it includes Charlotte. I think it includes Atlanta, Madison,
Columbia.
Probably Memphis is going to get some, probably go over to it.
Greenville, Clemson.
But southern
Western
Arkansas,
South Carolina.
northern Louisiana, that area right there, I think, has got the best chance to see
Augusta, Georgia.
a really crippling ice storm. And so think that. I mean, keep that in mind. What was that number? It was a 2.1, I think.
It was a crazy number.
So
over
anywhere
2
from
inches.
1 to 2 inches in northern Alabama, Georgia, and even South Carolina. I haven't talked much about South Carolina, but even southeast North Carolina. I got a bunch of friends in Wilmington, Wrightsville. Guys, this is an ice storm, especially Sunday for you. But look at these numbers, 1 to 2 inches, and then look at kind of our rule of thumb here. Anything over a half an inch is crippling.
Yep. So you and I-
Widespread power outages.
Totally.
Trees down.
Yep.
Dangerous travel. You know, we talk about the overpasses, the icing up right away. Well, this is even some of the roads.
Yeah, you're going to have that on the roads. I mean, we're way beyond the overpasses.
The glaze on the car, you can't get in, right?
Yeah, the door handle's frozen.
Yep.
You know, so, and then you also have, power lines. You get half-inch ice, 3/4 of an inch of ice on above-ground power lines. Horrible. Those are coming down.
There's going to be a ton of power outages
Yep.
in that area, especially in this area over here. I'm going to show you one more time. The area that has the pink, that is where you're going to be watching for quite a few power
So,
outages.
ironically, they will, power companies will be pulling crews from Florida, from Louisiana, sending them further north, pulling crews from, probably Illinois and areas like that, sending them south, and trying to converge and get power restored.
So here are the winter weather watches and warnings right now. And what you can see here is out in North Texas and East Texas, I should say, in Oklahoma. Those are the winter storm watches. But again, those go now until Sunday. Really, it's Thursday night, Friday for their time frame. And then it starts to march off towards
But look,
the
that's
east.
almost the whole state of Oklahoma.
Yeah, look, this is going to be wild. I can tell you that. Okay, 4:42. Let's take a quick break. We're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit more snow before we get to that warm Tampa forecast.
Before hurricane season hits, it's time to prep your home. Familiarize yourself with where your water shutoff valve is located. If backflow prevention devices are installed, get them tested annually.
Those are some great tips, and Cool Today is here to help you weather the storm. For over 60 years, we've been here to help Floridians with their cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs. We can help you prepare, protect, and repair your home. Call 888-40-TODAY.
I was driving when a Ford pickup truck barreled into me from behind, sending me to the hospital.
I knew my husband was going to need an excellent attorney, so I called Dan Newland.
I'm so glad my wife called Dan. Dan really fought for me. He won my case and got me $650,000.
If you've been involved in a car accident, allow me to fight for you. Call me now at 813-888-8000.
Thanks, Dan, for winning my husband's case.
This autumn, give your home the upgrade it deserves. Save up to 20% during California Closet's Autumn Upgrade event, making it easier than ever to transform your space with our select finishes. Whether it's a walk-in closet, home office, pantry, or garage, our designs are about more than organization. They're about creating space for what belongs. We call it practical magic, expert design that feels effortless. Visit one of our 3 Tampa Bay showrooms or schedule your complimentary consultation today at CaliforniaClosetsTampaBay.com.
Windows are created and installed with different levels of quality. You need quality that can withstand the tropical climate. Our installers only install PGT custom windows and doors, so we are the go-to experts. Don't take my word for it. We have been named Best of Tampa Bay 3 years in a row, Reader's Choice in Sarasota 3 years in a row, and nationally recognized as Window and Door Dealer of the Year. Price is what you pay, but value is what you get. Give WeatherTight Windows a call today, and don't forget the cookies.
All right, welcome back, everybody. 4:44. Let's talk about some of that snow. So we were kind of going down the list of the travel issues, right? Airports, of course.
Oh.
I got to imagine Atlanta is just going to be a mess.
More of a nightmare than it usually is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and same thing with
Yeah.
Charlotte.
Yeah,
Charlotte
you're
Douglas.
right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a super busy airport, too.
Huge hubs for us here in Florida.
Yeah, a huge spot for American, too, Charlotte.
And the timing for that is mainly Saturday. I got some friends up in North Georgia. They were coming south to Florida on Saturday. I said, no, you need to be out of there by Friday because you don't want to get caught in that weather late Friday night, early Saturday. So travel plans, keep all of this in mind. Saturday and Sunday is the southeast. You get out towards Texas, obviously. It's Friday into Friday night through Arkansas. But take a look what's happened. This was a 100 car pileup with the snow up in Michigan.
More than 100 cars and several jackknifed semi-trucks sprawled all over the road for hours Monday after they were involved in a pileup on a Michigan interstate. The local sheriff says it began just before 10:30 a.m. on Interstate 196 in Zeeland Township near Grand Rapids. This video from a driver who was involved in the pileup shows the aftermath, with cars smashed up against semi-trucks.
Goes back for miles.
He says there were whiteout conditions from a snowstorm ahead of the crash.
It can be almost like going into a white curtain.
We believe what happened is that a vehicle struck a semi-truck, a tractor trailer. That then set off a chain reaction. I can tell you that a couple dozen tractor trailers were involved in this incident, included in the 100 vehicles that were involved.
The accident prompted the closure of the interstate in both directions between two exits, while authorities worked to clear the wreckage. The Ottawa County Sheriff's Office says there were no fatalities and 10 people suffered minor injuries.
We got about 100 cars.
While dangerous sub-zero wind chills are gripping the Midwest and Great Lakes, frigid cold temperatures 20 to 30 degrees below average are expected to affect many parts of the U.S. soon.
About 70% of the population of the U.S. with temperatures this week that will be below freezing, below 32 degrees.
I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
It's just incredible. Take a look at this drone video of the accident you can see there. Just everywhere, nowhere to go. I mean,
no.
I tell people that they're traveling in these type of situations, hopefully you don't run into something like this, right? But you need a blanket in the car. You need snacks. You need water that's going to freeze.
Right,
you know?
like a little snow shovel, collapsible shovel.
You need some. You can't just go out, and especially if you're from Florida and you're going up there thinking, oh, we'll just rent a car and we'll go. That is not. My wife was going up to North Georgia this weekend, and it was all I could do to get her not to go.
Yeah.
So finally, was like, oh, I'm going to have to cancel. I'm like, oh, yeah, I wonder why.
Good call.
I would worry. I mean, she shouldn't. She does. I would be so worried if she was up in something like that.
Trust me, I'm a guy who, with college roommates, stuck on 81 in the storm of the century in 1993. And if we weren't idiot college kids, we probably wouldn't have happened, but it will never happen again.
Well, you got to give it the old college try.
Exactly.
And now you got a good story to tell, too.
It's a great story.
Okay, let's shift gears here a little bit. Let's talk about our local weather because I'm excited about this warm-up. It was cold this morning.
Yeah.
It was cold last night.
And the wind this morning was still there.
Yeah. And then that's we had that cold weather advisory last night into this morning because of that wind. I mean, we had obviously the cold temperatures, but with the wind, it was feeling more like the low 30s in the morning. We're in the mid-60s now, and this is fantastic. This is the beginning of the warming trend.
Yep.
Obviously, we'll cool down through the 50s for this evening and then back into some upper 40s for tonight. But beautiful sunshine, clear skies. We don't have much in the way of rain in the forecast. These are the forecasted low temperatures for tomorrow morning. And most of that is 40s and 50s.
We love it.
That's great.
It's almost normal. A little bit below, just a hair.
Yeah, 39, 40, 41 degrees, Lecanto, Crystal River, Brooksville, Dade City, about 42. Those are our cool spots, but everybody else is starting to warm up. So tomorrow morning will be nice. It'll be sunny. Actually, a little bit of a breeze tomorrow, northeast breeze in the morning. But here is what we live in Florida for. The warm temps. 76 tomorrow. Well, mid-70s.
Yeah.
A little bit warmer than that Thursday. You see, we're going to try and get to 80 degrees Friday and Saturday. These are GFS forecast numbers. Our forecast is a little bit lower than some of this, but not much. And one thing to note here, Sunday's gotten warmer because the front's a little bit slower to get here, and then it does cool down. And then most of next week, I mean, look at Tuesday. The high is only in the 50s. Our overnight lows will be in the 60s by Saturday. Sunday and Monday mornings.
Flipping the ACs back on.
Yeah, and we won't even get that for a high temperature by Tuesday.
So we're going to go from air conditioning to heat early, next week.
Which is, that's exactly what we do here in Florida. So here's a good looking forecast. Next 12 hours, clear skies out there. We are falling out of the 60s through the 50s. Mid to upper 40s for overnight lows tomorrow morning. Again, remember, just a little bit of a breeze in the morning. Northeast at 7, 8, 9. That's not a lot, but it's a little bit more than we normally see first thing in the morning. So a little breeze. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I took the kids to school today.
Nice.
You might not have to do that tomorrow. They should be okay for you if you do something like that on the cold days because not only is it going to be warm in the morning, but, man, 70s in the afternoon.
Which one of the boys had shorts on today?
Both. And the guy at the car line, I said, they better not know who you are, who I am. And the guy at the car line knew exactly. And he pointed it out. He's like, he knew. He knew there's no control that you got there. There's your boating forecast. Northeast wind. So sometimes when you see this, guys, you're going to see the numbers. It may look a little bit backwards. It says northeast 15 to 10 knots. And I do that on purpose. That's an indication that it's going to start out at 15 and then go to 10 in the afternoon. So the winds will actually come down. Look at the seas, 5 foot to 2 foot. So the winds come down, the seas come down. Still choppy on the bay for the first half of the day. The second, obviously, with the wind coming down, will be a lot better.
Gets a little bit better, right?
And the small craft advisory is only for the first part of the morning. That 15 knot, maybe some gusts to 20 knots at times, but right after sunrise time frame, then it starts to come down. Water temperature took a hit, 62. That will climb a couple more degrees here over the next several days, but it looks like it will be trying to take another hit
next week.
Next week, that's right. Okay, let's take one more quick break, and we'll come right back with the 7-day.
I was involved in a very bad car accident. Called attorney Dan Newland, and it was like 1, 2, 3. Dan really got it done for me. At the end of my case, he got me $525,000.
As one of the largest personal injury law firms in the United States, my team and I remain committed more than ever to win big on your case. Involved in a car accident? Let's get started. Call me at 813-888-8000.
Thank you, Dan, for winning my case.
This autumn, give your home the upgrade it deserves. Save up to 20% during California Closet's Autumn Upgrade event, making it easier than ever to transform your space with our select finishes. Whether it's a walk-in closet, home office, pantry, or garage, our designs are about more than organization. They're about creating space for what belongs. We call it practical magic, expert design that feels effortless. Visit one of our 3 Tampa Bay showrooms or schedule your complimentary consultation today at CaliforniaClosetsTampaBay.com.
Windows are created and installed with different levels of quality. Unique quality that can withstand the tropical climate. Our installers only install PGT custom windows and doors, so we are the go-to experts. Don't take my word for it. We have been named Best of Tampa Bay 3 years in a row, Reader's Choice in Sarasota 3 years in a row, and nationally recognized as Window and Door Dealer of the Year. Price is what you pay, but value is what you get. Give WeatherTight Windows a call today, and don't forget the cookies.
With a fresh new look and over 60 years of keeping Floridians comfortable, Cool Today is the name to trust for fast same-day service. Cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Our friendly expert technicians take the hassle out of home repair today. And Cool Today is here for you tomorrow, too. That's why we're introducing a parts and labor warranty on select AC systems for a lifetime. For cooling, plumbing, or electrical service, get the best from today and for years to come. Cool Today.
All right, a couple things on our 7-day forecast here. If you're heading out tonight,